Lately, I've been wrestling with stepping into forgiveness.
Who's asking?
Manshi.
Oh, Manshi. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. Lately, I've been struggling with stepping into forgiveness, but I find that my ego will keep dredging out the unpleasant things or the hurtful things that the person has said. So I'll be upset, and it's very hard to forgive. So I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the inner work towards forgiveness.
Yes, yes. Instead of being angry at this person, be grateful to them that they are showing you these weaknesses in yourself that you have to overcome. And you have a technique, a meditation practice that can help you to strengthen your inner life and overcome these weaknesses. In many ways, we need people like that who remind us. We get upset, we get angry, we start conjuring up all these, things in ourselves that waste all our energy. So this person, whoever it is, instead of being upset at them, just be grateful to them. They are reminding you that you have to do deeper inner work. You have to build a stronger inner life. And whatever they did, it's all in the past. By building a stronger inner life, you get free of the past. You don't conjure up the past anymore. You don't allow these mistakes we made or the other people made to bother us living in the present. So I would think that that's a very good way of dealing with somebody. Instead of being upset at them, be grateful that somehow this person in some memory is in your life, reminding you that you need to get stronger. So they're not doing a negative thing. They're just telling you, you got to get stronger. And then in your meditation, in your inner work, you build a chakra system that allows you to get stronger, to where those kind of things and what that person did no longer bothers you. And you can forgive them. Now, this is not easy to do because we're so used to doing the exact opposite, being upset and being revenge and getting back at people and all this stuff. And all it does is it eats our life away. It eats up our lives. But having this strength, just the ability inside to say, okay, that person did something terrible to me. And I haven't let go of it yet. I'm still holding on to it. Forgive them. Be grateful that the memory of that situation is reminding you that you haven't arrived yet. You're not perfect yet. You have work still to do on yourself. I mean, I don't know, look, I have stuff like that. Everybody has stuff like that. I think back in relationships I've had in different situations, and I used to get really upset. Now I don't get upset anymore. I say, okay, there's still work I need to do on me. And I can do that work. And the beginning of that work is to be grateful to whomever it was. Well, first of all, that person might not even be in your life anymore, but to be grateful to them. And if they still are in your life, be grateful to them that they are a force of God coming to you to remind you that you haven't yet reached perfection. Now, as I say, this is not easy to do, but my God, what a major growth in anyone's life who can do this, what I'm talking about. So could they say in the Bible, turn the other cheek? Who's going to throw the first stone? Who's going to judge anybody else? The same teaching. And doing that, Nancy, you'll learn forgiveness. You really will. And when you learn forgiveness, you can move on in your life. These things no longer control you. But it starts with you. It doesn't start with the other people. And I'm sure it's not only you, it's probably just about everybody sitting here who has the same situation. I mean, I've been doing the meditation a lot longer than all of you, and I have that situation. These things come up. I just deal with them differently than I used to. And it teaches one how to forgive. And you forgive for really one reason. You need to move on in your life. And if you don't forgive those situations, you are stuck. You are stuck. I mean, I always say, that great thing in the Bible, forgive them, they know not what they do. I mean, really, people that do crazy things to other people are not conscious people. They know not what they do. Please try and sit still. They know not what they do. And I'm not even a religious person, but some of those things are so powerful and they're so true that you have to say, okay. Does anyone else? I hope is that clear, Match? I hope so. Yeah. It'll give you some really good work to do on yourself. Some really healthy work. Does anyone else have a question they would like?
I have a question, Stuart. It's Isa.
Yes, Isa.
During the meditation, there are moments that I feel very happy, very boppy and silly, actually. And then there's moments of quiet. Is there something I should be feeling? How should I be feeling?
You should be feeling happy and quiet and happy and quiet. And if some negative things come in, they're telling you that you got to go a little deeper. You should be feeling exactly what you're feeling.
Okay, good.
Thanks. Get into this thing in your head. Well, I should be doing something else, feeling something else. Whatever you're feeling is teaching you about yourself.
Okay.
And that is positive, negative, everything comes. And it's telling you about what you have to do to work on yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question?
Stuart?
Yes?
Yes, hi. So what you were saying earlier is basically if we see anyone with a good eye and see the positive aspects in them, that's the way to live our lives is
Well,
to
what I'm saying,
focus on them.
Larry, honestly, is there's nothing negative. Everything is a teacher. The problem is people don't learn. So instead of responding by learning what they're being taught about how to grow in themselves, they respond with revenge, with anger, with, everything is a teacher. There's nothing negative. Now, you might think this is naive, but I don't think so. You go, yeah, there's stuff that goes on in the world that's horrible, but it never teaches anybody. People don't change, so that horrible stuff goes on forever. But if you use it to learn, to change and grow inside yourself, you change. You begin to see the world differently. And this whole process has to start somewhere. It can't start with people running around trying to save the world. Let them save themselves.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? And it's not just, it's in family. The greatest thing about family is that to live in a family, you have to learn to love unconditionally. Because every member of that family is going to bring something else. You have to learn to love people unconditionally, which means you have to learn to love yourself unconditionally. You have to be able to transform all of the negativity in yourself into joy, into love, into being a happy person. And just to finish this all up, the hardest thing of all is to accept the fact that each and every one of us has to fix themselves. That's the way the world is going to get fixed. People have to learn how to fix themselves. And to accept the fact that 8 billion people in this world are not going to fix themselves. So we're going to have a modicum of absurdity and insanity going on in the world all the time. And the only way to deal with it is to learn how to build a system inside that is strong enough to transform all of that stuff into a connection with God, into a spiritual life. And forgiveness. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, there will be a meditation on, what is today, Tuesday, on Thursday. You know, I've been having more and more in-person classes, and I wish you all didn't live 19 million miles away and you could attend them. You know, it would be really wonderful, but I don't know what to do about that. I thank God that we have this Zoom and we can do it on Zoom, and people are here from every corner of the world practically, you know, so thank God for that. But I'm doing in-person classes. I wish, I wish somebody said, wow, wouldn't it be great to do this with the people that attend the Zoom classes? But we have what we have, and let's see what unfolds in the future, So God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for being present here, for dragging out of me the kind of things you drag out of me. Your questions, God bless, makes me grow, and it makes me very grateful to be able to be sitting here with all of you. So God bless you all. And there'll be a class Thursday, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.